Wilson Morales from Black Women TV, talking to Anthony Mackie, Captain America, Brave New World. Obviously, you've been doing and playing this role for such a long time. When did you get the call that this would be turned into a film, and how comfortable is Sam Wilson being Captain America now?
First of all, how you doing, man? It's good to see you.
It's always good to see you.
It was about 2.5 years ago. I got a call saying that we were going to do the Captain America movie, and it's always one of those things where a plan is always a plan until something happens. Mike Tyson said everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face. Well, we got punched in the face with a strike. And that's why it took this movie so long to come out, because we shot the movie, then we went into strike. So we couldn't do reshoots. We couldn't finish the movie. So, and that was, 8 months, a year. So I'm glad it's finally out. I'm glad people are going to see it, because it's honestly the best movie we could have made.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see the evolution of Sam Wilson, when you first started out? Or did you always thought you were going to make a Falcon movie at some point?
I never thought about it. I was very happy with my Captain America, Winter Soldier, hanging out in the back row. Like, I love being number 6. I love going to work with my friends. I love having a good time on set. Like, even with this movie, I enjoyed being in the Marvel Universe so much that on this movie, they were like, you're going to be number 1 on the call sheet. Like, I don't want to be number 1 on the call sheet. I started as number 6, and I'm number 6. That's my role. Let somebody else have number 1. I don't need it. My ego's in check. I'm Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson is number 6. We ain't changing now. We done set it up. We are who we are. We working. Nah, I'm number 6.
You're working opposite Julius Ona. This is his first big role, big movie to do. Did you talk to him about getting into this Marvel world and what it could do for him?
No, I've been a fan of Julius for so long, and one night I'm sitting at home and Octavia calls me, and I'm like, when Octavia calls, it's something going on. So I'm like, "What's up, girl?" And she was like, "Mackie, my friend is up for your movie, and you better get him the job, because if you don't, I'm coming to New Orleans and this and that." And I'm like, "Oh my God!" So she runs me the gauntlet. She gives me the riot act. And I call and I talk with Julius, and I was so impressed by how passionate he was. Not so much about Marvel, not so much about anything other than Sam Wilson and that idea of who he was as a character, and what he meant to the MCU. And I was really moved by that. I was really taken aback by the idea that we had an hour-long conversation about this character like he was a real human being. And when he got the job, he came to New Orleans like the day after he got the job. And we chilled for a few days, and every conversation we had, 2 words kept coming up: compassion and empathy. And, we agreed on that as Black men, what we wanted Sam Wilson to stand for, and what we wanted that portrayal to look like. And I'm proud enough to say that I think he did a wonderful job, dude. And I don't know if there could have been a better director.
You've got Harrison Ford in the Marvel world. You're playing opposite him. You're playing opposite Danny. You've worked, like I said, this is not your first rodeo being the lead of a movie, but it's a big role for you. Do you think you have a sense of responsibility, as a Black actor, to like, set the pavement for the next guy, being that they see your career and how you've moved up over the years?
Of course I do, because that's what Sam Jackson did for me. I don't, there are no words for me to express what Sam Jackson did for me in my career and what that meant for this moment in time. Because he specifically, whenever I needed him, whenever I asked of him, whenever I was on set with him, he led by example. And it really informed me as to, when I got that opportunity, how I would handle it. And he's just always been that guy to, because we've done like 12 movies together. So I'm always on set with him. And when he comes on set, there's a certain decorum. There's a certain air of there's a certain air of manhood. There's a certain respect that he gives people. He knows everybody's name. He knows what everybody does. He makes fun of people. People make fun of him, and he accepts it. And he greets everybody with a handshake. And I think that's something, learning that from him, I tried to bring that to my set with my cast and with my crew, because this was kind of a celebration, dude. I mean, this is my 9th Marvel project. You know, my dresser from my first Marvel project was my dresser on this project. My stunt, my props team on my first Marvel project was my props team on this Marvel project. So it's a family, and that's how you treat family, with decency and kindness.
You know, from the footage that I've seen, and including the trailer, we've seen Captain America get new gadgets. His gear is all big, even with Falcon's gear. You know, like, what's changed between Winter Soldier and here, you know, with Captain America that fans are going to notice?
Well, we got, the thing about Sam that's so great is he in this movie, he fully takes on the moniker of Captain America. There's no more questions, there's no more insecurity. He is Captain America, and he embodies it. So the Wakandans give him a new teched out suit, because the tech used to come from Stark Enterprises. Now Captain America's tech comes from Wakanda. So he has the new wings, he has the new suit that gives him the ability to fly faster, punch harder, do the things he needs to do to fight, superhumans. But also, you have to realize, with Sam Wilson, his superpower is not his strength, it's his heart. He's the best version of all of us. So you're talking about someone who was a counselor. You're talking about someone who's a veteran. You're talking about someone who is a member of the 58th Airborne. You're talking about someone who gives more of himself than he expects from others. And that's, I feel, a great example of who Captain America is. He's selfless.
What's your takeaway having done this? You know, and like I said, you know, you've been in the Marvel world, but this is a big one for you. You know, are you going to do more big films, more small films? Will you balance it out?
I feel like if you look at my resume, I've always balanced it out. I've been very fortunate over the past 24 years to do a little bit of everything. The one thing that I find with this that's interesting, when your face and name gets over the title, like when you become #1 on a call sheet on a movie this size, those independent filmmakers stop calling, because they think, oh, well, he's Captain America, he'll never do my movie. So they shoot themselves in the foot before they even talk to you, and that's something that I don't really understand, because for me, if I'm making a movie and there's somebody I want, I don't give a damn if it's Denzel. He gonna get this offer. He gonna know that he's offered that role. Now it's up to him to say no. But I'm seeing now that there's a pullback to the idea of not being worthy of Captain America being in your movie.
Sam, congrats on this role. Congrats on the performance. You know, I've always had your back, so keep it going. We're here for you. Take care wherever you're at. We'll see you in the movies.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate it.
Take care.
You too, baby. Be safe.